That's not a comic book. Now that's a comic book.
Okay, and then let's talk about my trade for this week, which is Poison Ivy's Cycle of Life and Death. And once again, I picked this up because I've just kind of had an interest in Poison Ivy lately. Just been wanting to read more stuff with her. And I have a very particular mindset of how Poison Ivy should be written. And I don't want her to be a hero. I don't want her to be an anti-hero. I also don't want her to be wholly a villain. And this kind of does that, though it certainly borders more on anti-hero, which, not in love with that. And ultimately, I like a lot of what this book is trying to do, but by the end, I'm kind of with it until the last issue. Like, I'm kind of with everything that's going on in this book, and there's this neat mystery element. But then the last issue, it does like all the things about comic book exposition that annoy me, where it just waits till the last possible second to explain anything, and then you just get a dump of exposition in dialogue, and it's like, ugh, come on. Someone named Clay Mann worked on this book. Come on. Clay Mann, why aren't you writing a Clayface or drawing a Clayface story? The hell? Sorry, stupid joke. Yeah, Clay Mann was one of the pencilers. Okay. So how do I talk about this? Like, what I like about it is Poison Ivy's straight up murdering people in this. Not like willy-nilly, but as she needs to. And she's not doing it with any kind of remorse. She kills, I think, 4 or 5 people throughout this book. And I like that. I like that element of it's just, she doesn't care about people enough, and if they annoy her, she will kill them. The problem, like, I just have, because I'm not sure about the continuity of this. This is obviously New 52 continuity. But the problem I have here is how big a deal was Poison Ivy to begin with? What was known about Poison Ivy? And then, like, where the fuck is Batman? I get that it's Poison Ivy series, and I certainly don't want Batman to take over that. But what I mean by that is Poison Ivy is working at a laboratory in Gotham as Pamela Isley, and it is very clear that she got to this point after being Poison Ivy in the public sphere. She knows Harley Quinn, and Harley Quinn is Harley Quinn. She knows Selena Kyle is Catwoman, and they talk about living together and being friends. So, like, what's going on with that? Do people not know who Pamela Isley is? And it's weird, is like detectives run a background check on her, and they go, Pamela Isley, well, nothing's coming up. Like, what? Huh? It's really bizarre. And then she does murder people in this, and she doesn't exactly, it's pretty obvious that it's Poison Ivy if Gotham has ever dealt with Poison Ivy before. So it's just, it feels so weird. It feels like Poison Ivy has never been to Arkham before, but that clearly can't be the case. So it's in this really, really head-scratching continuity space. And with people dying left and right by plant, Batman should probably, make an appearance. It's really weird that Batman's not in this book, but fucking Swamp Thing is. Uh, it's a weird book. I don't know. I'm mixed on this. The art's pretty damn good throughout. There's no denying that. And I like that she kills people, just kind of because she doesn't give a damn about people. There's certainly reasons behind why she kills people. Most of the time, and then there are times where she's just like, I really don't like this person, so fuck them. That's what happens in this scene I'm looking at. So, overall, I do like this voice for Ivy. I appreciate some of it. I wish a little bit more was vague about her and about whether or not what she's doing is the right thing. The science fiction elements are kind of interesting. I'm kind of iffy overall. The idea of Poison Ivy as a mother is always kind of played with. And so I like the stuff they do here. She kind of just raises plant children, and we've kind of just always seen those as, little kids. I remember particularly in No Man's Land, you see little kids running around with her. But those are like the orphans of Gotham and stuff. But there's always been that idea of Poison Ivy trying to start her own family, and she actually gets that here. How well it's executed, you can argue about. But yeah, she has teenage daughters that she's mama to, so it's I don't know, I'm so mixed on this book. I don't really know what to say about it. I'm a little all over the place. And yeah, ultimately, I don't think it's very good. But it has a lot of neat ideas, and it does give you a lot of cool moments. This is one of those cases where I feel like I have to give a number because I can't properly articulate enough of how I feel. So, on a 5 scale, I'm going to give this a 2.5. It is right in the middle, dead center, because it's not quite good enough to put it as like, a C or a B kind of grading level. But it's also not overly bad. I mean, the fact that it does comic book exposition issue at the end is a problem, but it's not a problem wholly centered on this. So it's something I've gotten used to. It does things that I don't like, but it does things that I think are clever and interesting ideas, and I'm glad that they're exploring it. So yeah, I'm a little all over the place on it, but it's certainly not bad, though I don't think I'm going to keep it, and it's definitely not wholly the approach that I want them to take with Ivy. So that's kind of where I am with this. Sorry if that's not a very articulate way of talking about the book without just summarizing every single thing that happens, but I'm torn on that book.
That's not a comic book. Now that's a comic book.